Hello, hello. Just a little quick little chat while I prep Sunday dinner. Am I late? Yes. Of course I'm late. But you know, CP time. What am I gonna do? Should I have been up 4 hours earlier doing this? Sure, I should have. But that ain't nobody's business. I'm up now. And I'm doing it. I'm up now. That's all that matters. Hi. Hi, everybody. Happy Easter. Happy Easter.
Yeah. Me?
Yes, you too. Happy Easter to you too. I want to chat. Can we move your big head? That'd be appreciative.
No.
Oh, shoot. Which part up? Oh, Brittany.
No.
Hey, happy Easter. We're up. We're cooking finally. Me and Brittany slept in this morning, so we a little late. What? It's gonna be done.
What?
It's gonna be done.
Noodles just got a free bag and I know this.
Let's talk about these new rulings. What do y'all think about this? I keep wanting to say I'm excited, and then I start to feel bad when I say I'm excited. I know it's hot. I'll give it to you in 1 second. I start to feel bad when I say I'm excited because, again, this lady is not. I don't know if she's excited or she's anxious. This lady could possibly spend most of her life in prison, so I hate saying I'm excited. But if I'm being honest, I think this is my conspiracy theory, y'all. Because everybody got to have one.
Mama, keep doing it. Look at it.
Okay, great job. Everybody got to have at least one conspiracy theory. And mine is, I think there is at least one juror stowaway from each side that has made this jury. What do I mean by that? I think there is at least one juror from each side on this jury. That's just what I believe. And they have to hope and pray that they suss them out. Happy Easter, y'all. They got to hope that they suss them out. Because I refuse to believe that anybody in that county has not heard about this case. And even if they hadn't heard about it, once they were called for jury duty, didn't look up the case. I don't know. My suspicions are there's at least a stowaway from each side. I think there's definitely a free hearing read on the jury, and I think there's a hearing read did it on the jury. And we're going to hope that they get in there and plead their case.
Aww.
It is impossible not to know. It seems that way because it seems like everybody in Canton, Massachusetts knows somebody in Canton, Massachusetts. So it feels like this is a very small town, like all of y'all got to know somebody on this jury, and I just refuse to believe that there is a place where I just simply don't believe it. I just simply don't believe it. I think they know what's going on. Can I ask your opinion? Read a more diverse racial jury. Is there? I don't even know what the jury makes up. I know they have equal. All I know is they have equal men and equal women, but I don't know what the diversity of those jurors are. they pull from surrounding counties. I thought they didn't. I thought they didn't pull from surrounding counties. I thought they had got a jury from this county, so they didn't have to. I thought they would have if need be, but I was under the impression that they didn't pull from surrounding counties. But maybe they did. But I don't know what the diverse makeup of the jury is. I just know that there's 9 women, 9 men. So they did or they didn't. They did pull from other counties. So is there a diverse jury? And I mean diverse as in we're gonna be serious. We mean diverse as in diverse. That means if you're Asian, you identify as Asian and you matriculated through Asian culture. If you're black, you identify as black and you matriculated through black culture. Because there's a difference. There's a difference. If you're Asian, but everyone around you is white, then you might as well be white. If you're black and everyone around you is white, you might as well be white. If you're white and everyone around you is black, you might as well be black. So that's not really diverse. So, but I don't know what they move, girl. I don't know what the diverse makeup of the jury is. Brittany, can you stop? Brittany. So somebody tell me if y'all know. Here, go. Somebody tell me. Like Jurani, exactly. Because he appeared Asian. I don't know what he was, but he appeared Asian. And to hear Matt McCabe say the Asian house. Okay, well just sit there and let it cool.
Mommy, why did you put it on the plate?
To hear Matt McCabe say the Asian house and not be offended is to each his own. To each his own. Of course they did. The Commonwealth fights hard for anything the defense that might help them even a little bit. Which is weird. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. What?
Can you blow it?
No, you can sit it there and let it cool.
No, blow it for me. Blow it. Now. Blow it now.
Hold on.
Blow it now.
My bad. Let's talk about what the Commonwealth is doing and why they hired Brennan to begin with. That man, I already told y'all I can't stand this voice, but that's beside the point. That's quite literally beside the point. I'm telling y'all, and I mean it, I have never ever seen a prosecutor who was confident in their case try to stop the defense as much as Brennan. And the fact that I just found, listen, I don't be trying to keep up with every little bit of everything that's going on in this trial because it's too much. It's too much. But I just recently found out that Brennan used to be a defense attorney. And I'm like, oh.
I love you, Mr. Time.
That makes all the sense in the world.
I love you, Doggy Day.
How he behaves makes all the sense in the world that he's a defense attorney. The way he behaves makes all the sense in the world. He's not there to prosecute that case. He's not there to prosecute Kieran Reed. He's there to defend the police and the Commonwealth. And that's how he's behaving. I think someone coming in who was just like woke up out of a cryogenic sleep will look at this case and just view that last hearing and they will be confused on which one is the defendant. Like which one is Which one is the defendant? None of Brennan's motions so far has had anything to do with proving his case. Every single one of Brennan's motions so far has been to stop Kieran Reed from doing something. Not saying that prosecutors aren't supposed to, but they usually, as long as it's legal, they don't really care. As long as what you're trying to do is legal, they don't care. Because why? Because their facts are, they good. I don't need to stop you from doing nothing you about to do because my facts are straight. Whatever you about to do don't matter. As long as it's legal, go ahead. Brendan wants them to do nothing. He would prefer them stand mute. And I've never seen that from a prosecutor. I've never seen that from a prosecutor. It's so many times in this case I say I never seen something. I be thinking you think I never went to law school. So many times I say I've never seen it. You would think I never went to law school. But for real, I've never seen it. I've never seen a prosecutor so hell-bent on not proving their case, but more so stopping the defense from poking holes in it. Usually prosecutors poke all the holes you want because the facts still land on my side. And if they don't, then they don't bring the case. If a prosecutor gets a case and they feel like the defense will poke too many holes in this case, there's nothing I could do with it, they don't bring the case. They don't take it to trial and then respond to every single motion that the defense has or everything the defense is doing. They don't do that. They say, this is not a winner. This case has too many holes. It's hard to prove. We're not going to bring it. That's usually what happens. It feels like the whole state of Massachusetts at this point is just trying not to have egg on their face. And that's not what it should be about, y'all. It should be about justice. At this point, it just feels like I just don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be wrong so bad that I'm gonna keep fighting this fight that's an unwinnable fight. And even the Kieran Reed are guilty people. They always stop at that point. They try to, throw out a bunch of facts or try to, say they see the facts one way and you see the facts a different way, which is fine. But the mere fact that people can see facts two different ways means that there's reasonable doubt. That's what it means. And usually when that happens, prosecutors don't bring the case. I just don't get this. I just don't get it. And Judge Canoni sitting up there letting that man just run on. Oh my God, it pisses me off so bad. It pisses me off so bad because any other judge will be like, what is it that you want? What is it that you have? What is it that you're looking for?
Mommy, my charger died.
We'll go get Shania's. It's in your room. On your bed charging.
Where's the other one?
It's in your room on your bed.
Where is Shania's charger?
In your room on your bed. But yeah, she just lets that man just go on and on and on. And it seems like she never gets tired of it. But she gets tired as soon as Jackson stands up. It's like she's over it. As soon as he stands up to open his mouth, she's over it. And this new motion about having non-parties read the text messages, for what? For what? For what? Why do we need actors? We already paying you $250,000. Y'all got money. Why are we paying actors to read text messages? What? what is happening? What is happening? He doesn't want him to ask that one detective who was a part of the Sarah Birchmore case, is this all the text messages you find? Because we know you have a habit of not seeing all the text messages that are there. And it's just like the fact that she would even the fact that she would even entertain that. Like, Brendan, we are moving forward with trial. We don't thank you. Brendan, we're moving forward with trial. We're not hiring no actors. Call in one of your detectives and have them read these text messages and keep it moving. I just don't understand it, y'all. I just be in awe of what's going on down there. This is not how it works. It's not how it's supposed to work. Brendan just wants to beat Jackson in the end of the day at this point. That's all he is. That's all he been caring about. And that's what he was hired for. I don't think they hired that man. I don't think they called that man's phone and said, we need justice for John O'Keefe. They said, we need to win. And Lolly ain't doing it. And nobody here wants to take this case. So, we need to win. By any means necessary. By any means necessary. But he's such an unlikable person. Y'all, it matters that the jury likes the attorneys too. Like, if your attorney is an asshole and nobody likes him, get rid of that attorney. Because that matters. The jury will definitely convict you if they hate your attorney. They will. They will just be like, I don't care what nothing he got to say. He seems like a liar. He seems like a weasel. I don't care. I'm guilty. And Brennan is such an... They will just be like, I don't care what nothing he got to say. He seems like a liar. He seems like a weasel. I don't care. I'm guilty. And Brennan is such an unlikable person. Now, I have never seen him in trial. Maybe he changes his complete demeanor. We'll see. But so far, I can't stand him. I can't stand him. And that wheezy little voice. I can't stand him. The text messages don't make Karen look bad. They don't make it at all. Even the voicemails don't make her look bad. Even the voicemails don't make her look bad. It makes her look like they was an arguing couple. And I've seen couples argue. Some couples argue like they hate each other, like they're strangers off the street. And then you'll see them tomorrow and it'll be like they are in love and you can never talk bad about either one of them. You don't know what kind of relationship they had. Just because I call you a low-down, dirty dog today don't mean I want to hit you with my car. What? That's the thing, too. Like, the motive doesn't even make sense. The motive doesn't make sense. And even, I think the jury before said they couldn't find the motive for the other people. Well, what is the motive for Karen? What's the motive? Do anybody know what they're saying the motive is? That he was going to break up with her? She already didn't want to be around them damn kids. She didn't care. What was the motive? You gonna break up with me so I'm gonna hit you with my car? I don't know. The Aruba fight couldn't have been because she was already plotting her get back with Thick Neck over there.
Mom, these are delicious.
Okay. Couldn't have been the Aruba fight. What are they saying is the motive for her wanting to kill this man? Or even hit him. And then, y'all, is this a safe space? Is this a safe space? I don't know if this is a safe space, but I'm going to treat it like it's a safe space. Because sometimes, y'all, sometimes I be like, man, is it possible? Is it possible that she hit him? Could every single one of these people really keep up a lie like this? Like, is it possible that she actually did? Is it possible that he really never came in that house and everybody in it really did nothing? Sometimes I start thinking like that, and then you know what? It quickly changes. I quickly go back because either she did it, and everybody else had a really unfortunate night. Everybody. I mean, everybody there.
Mommy.
Yeah.
Either
she hit him and everybody and everything just fell out of place for everybody else. I mean, it just so happened that Jim McCabe's phone wanted to do this random fucking search at 2:30 in the morning and delete itself. You have to remember that it was the only one that was deleted. It's the only one that was deleted. It just so happens that nobody wants to say that Colin is there, but nobody admits to seeing him leave. I don't know if anybody caught that, but nobody says they saw Colin leave. Nobody says, yeah, I saw him walk out the door and get into Allie's car. Nobody. Every time you ask them, well, did you see him leave? They go, no. Well, when did Colin leave? No. But everybody knows he left at 12:10. Exactly. But nobody saw the boy walk out the door and close it. Okay. It just so happened that this is the night Brian Higgins, who doesn't even work at the police station, needs to go back to the police station to move cars around. You don't even work there, sir. Whose cars are you moving? Like, what are we talking about? Then it just so happens that the two Brian's phones were playing iRobot. And this is the night they want to call each other back and forth all night. Just so happened. And then it just so happens that even though both of these people are police officers and know somebody for sure, they know somebody who works in the clerk's office who knew that order was coming down. It just so happened that the day before, not a week, not a month, the day before, we tell them to hold on to their phones. Both of them just got to get a new one. They just got to get a new one. That's not illegal. I had every right to do that. First of all, anybody who says I have every right to do that, they're lying about something. That's not how people talk.
No, I'm gonna eat this.
Yeah, that's not how people talk. But anyway, it just is so many things that had to just so happen. That doesn't make sense. And she hit him perfectly on the perfect angle at the perfect time so that he hit his head, died, but also didn't look like he got hit by a car. I mean, everything worked in divine order for her and fell out of divine order for everybody else. And that's why I get past it. Because that's not how it works. Because it just so happens that every camera that could have caught her tail light going home doesn't work. It's not there. You can't see it. Okay. All right. Well, it just so happens that nobody, and I mean nobody, took a picture of the light before they put it up on the tow truck. Okay. All right. That's why I quickly move right back over to, never mind. Even if I have an inkling that I'm like, I mean, could 12, 13 people keep a secret? I go right back to, they have to be, because nothing else makes sense. It only makes sense that they're keeping the secret. Now, let's talk about this new trial. I don't think they should. I know their last, Jackson's giving the opening this time, which is going to be, I love watching Jackson speak. I'm telling y'all, I love watching good lawyers be good lawyers. I just love it. I just love watching it. It just does something to me. But yeah, so I think last time they did a lot of focus on third-party culprits, which is okay. It's okay. But now that we lost Colin, who I absolutely think has something to do with it, I'm not sure what. But he gets sketchy to me. He gets sketchy. Like, it feels like there's a fight that happened. It feels like Brian Higgins and John O'Keefe might have got into some sort of screaming match or something. But it feels like Colin is the one who jumped in and escalated the situation. That's my conspiracy theory. He feels like he does something. And he feels like he can't control himself. And it feels like they probably, like, it seems like...
Now, can I eat my jelly bean?
Sure. Because it feels like these cops fight. Like, they would have fought each other and it would have been over. They would have got a couple black eyes and everybody would have went home. But it feels like Colin is the one who escalated the situation into, like, maybe pushed him or done something. Because he just gives me sketch. But anyway, what was I talking about? I was saying that I know the last time they went the third-party culprit route. I think they should let that go. I think they should let it go from their actual argument. I think they should let the jury put that together themselves. I think their whole prosecution should be based on, isn't that a coincidence? I think they should open there. First of all, I think the opening line from Jackson should be, John O'Keefe was not hit by a car. And if he wasn't hit by a car, we all go home, including Karen Reed. But then, this case is going to be, the next thing they should say, this is going to be the case of coincidences. Everything is just a coinky-dinky. Everything is just, it was a terrible night for these people. Everything is just a coinky-dink. I don't know. Everything just fell out of place for these people. It was terrible for them. I don't know. The universe was working against these people. Everything was just a coincidence. Nothing happened on purpose. Nobody remembers anything. Can't nobody tell you why. It was just a coincidence. I would tell the jury to look out for coincidences that you know in your regular life just do not happen. You know they don't happen. You know that you don't go back to work after you have been drinking from about 12 noon to 2 in the morning to move cars. You know you don't do that. You know you don't do that. After you just said you were tired and wanted to go home. That's not something you do. It's not something you do. Everything is just a coincidence. It's just a coincidence that you've never in the history of America heard prosecutors argue against cell-brite data. But this time, just so happy, it's just a coincidence now. It's just a coincidence that Jim McCabe has a search in her phone at 2-something in the morning. And not only does she have a search at 2-something in the morning, and not only does she have a search, it's gone. It disappeared. But it's just a coincidence, y'all. It's just a coincidence. Everything is a coincidence. They need to hammer home everything that doesn't make sense. That people just in common sense know that doesn't work. It just so happened that this is the day in this quiet, cop-filled Apparently, cops got 50% off houses in this neighborhood. This cop-filled neighborhood. Nobody comes outside to see what all the commotion is about, including the people who were expecting him. They were expecting him at their home. Then he's found on their lawn, and they never come out the door. Just a coincidence. Just a coincidence that those scratches on his arm look like dog bites. They have a dog, and now the dog is gone. Just a coincidence. Just a quinky-dink. Don't look over here. It's just a coincidence. It just happens like that. It's just a coincidence. That happens sometimes. The dog is gone. Never to be found again. They say they found her, but who? We don't know if that's that actual dog. And it don't matter at this point. No more dog. Not even no more dog. I could have sworn, and I'll have to go look back at the testimony, but I could have sworn they asked him, was this a family house? Was this a family house? And Brian or Chris said, yeah, this was their parents' house. And you sold it? You sold your mama and daddy's house? For a loss? Just a coincidence. Just a coincidence. You sold your mama's house at a loss? Just a coincidence. Don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing. That's just what people do, I guess. I don't know. You didn't want to give it to your kids and their kids and their kids? No. We're going to lose money on the sale. All right. Okay. It's all a coincidence, y'all. It doesn't matter. That's what they need to do. They need to point out every single coincidence. And then end with, there's a word for those coincidences. It's called reasonable doubt. It's a word for too many coincidences. It's called reasonable doubt. Is they cool? They is not cool. Nobody's cool in Massachusetts. Y'all is not cool out there. Y'all is not cool.
Mom, here. Open it. You almost got wet.
Yeah, and please don't spill it on the floor. They is not cool in Massachusetts. Can you go over there to the carpet so that my floor isn't all wet? I don't even want to. Oh yeah, no, you won't catch me flying over Massachusetts. I don't even want to stop through at the airport. If my layover at the Massachusetts airport, send me on my way. Take me to the next stop. I'm not getting off. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Leave me alone. Leave me right where you found me. I'm not getting off the plane. I refuse. I'm in fear for my life. Put it back in your bucket. But y'all, what do y'all think about Carter? Do y'all think it was worth it? I wonder what he feels. I know I shouldn't because he's a terrible fucking person. But I wonder if he feels like, because here's the thing about Proctor. For all of his terribleness, I don't think here, girl. For all his terribleness, I don't think he knew what he was coming into that night. I think he really did initially think John O'Keefe was beat up and he was going to follow that lead. And then he got a call from somewhere, we don't know where. And they were like, nope, she hit him. That's the story. Make sure everybody know. And what are you going to do? Like, I think this is my empathy part coming out, because even though I can't stand him, Even though when I say I can't stand him, I mean I can't stand him. Even though I can't stand him, there is a part of me that's empathetic to him. And I'm going to tell you why. Is this a safe space? Is this a safe space? Before y'all get to cussing me out. Is this a safe space? I am slightly empathetic to him. Because what do you do? What do you do when this is your job and everybody at your job is telling you this is what happened? This is what happened. Make it work. Make it happen. Your bosses, your colleagues, everybody around telling you this is what happened. Make it stick. Make it work. I don't care what you do, but you need to make sure that the masses believe that she hit him. Now, I'm not empathetic to the rest of the shit. I'm not empathetic to the text messages and the name calling. I'm not empathetic to that. But I am slightly empathetic to his plight in this is what I gotta prove. A little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. But then I lose it because, right, breaking the tail light. I 100% believe that was either Proctor or Buchanan. And I'm leaning towards Proctor. Buchanan seems like the type, just from watching him testify, he seems like the type that's like, whatever. It is what it is. That's what we doing? Okay. That's what we saying? Okay. If you don't got to tell him twice. That's the story? All right. I'm behind it. It is what it is. Proctor seems like he was like, all right, I'm gonna. He went the extra mile. He went the extra mile trying to crack that tail light. And because he's an idiot, he didn't think about how that would look. No, this is the thing. I don't even think they felt like they needed to think about how that would look. Because they did not expect her to fight this case. Because I believe that all of them were still drunk at 6 a.m. when they found John. Because remember, they told Karen, you're probably going to get it for drunk driving. And she was still drunk. I believe they were still drunk, all of them. So they thought that she was going to be like, which is why I believe she kept saying, because there is a weirdness to her saying, did I hit him? Could I have hit him? That is strange. That's a strange thing to say. I don't think I would say that if I know for sure I didn't hit anybody. But I don't know what I would say if I was toasted. I don't know what I would think if I was toasted and somebody asked me, did you hit him? I could have been like, I don't know. Did I? Did I hit him? What you talking about? When? When? Like, she was drunk. I could see her saying that, being drunk, and you start asking me questions, and I just start responding to you. I don't fucking know. Did I hit him? I was drunk. Who knows? I could have. Now, somebody just said, I don't think she said that. I thought, now mind y'all, I haven't watched any of her documentaries. I haven't watched any of her talking heads. I haven't watched any of her interviews because I don't want to. I want to leave that part until after the trial. But I thought somebody said that she said that. I thought that somebody said she did say that she said that. I'm not going to watch the documentary. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till after the trial. I did the same thing with the Murdaugh trial. Although that one was pretty... That one was pretty simple. In the audit, they asked if she drove there and she didn't know. Yeah, because she was faded, pilled, drunk. All of them were. All of them were. And Karen is a girl after my own heart because let me tell you, I don't take shots. I cannot take a shot. I'm not a shot girly. But the mixed drinks that they make you at the bar are usually not strong enough. So what I'll do is what Karen does. She'll get a drink and then she'll get a shot and then I'll pour my shot into my drink. So I be pilled like Karen was. Karen's drunk off her ass. That's what happened. And she didn't remember driving there. None of them. But the thing is, all of them are drunk. So for them, this is the audacity. This is the audacity of the Commonwealth. The audacity and the alcohol of them is that all of them were drunk. All of them were drunk. And not only were all of them drunk, Brian Higgins was drunk and drove to the police station to move cars around. But y'all gonna add a drunk driving charge? Just to twist the knife a little bit? The audacity. The audacity of y'all. Seems like y'all are all drunk. Every video we have of Colin, while he's sitting up there trying to look like Alice in Wonderland, he was drunk and he wasn't even old enough to be drinking. No, I think they meant that morning if she drove there and she was hysterical. I can see that too. Because I can see her wondering like, damn, did I just hit him just now? Because I'm telling you, they were all still drunk. There's no way that you're drinking for 5-6 hours and then you go to sleep. And if you were, not only did you not wake up on your own, you were woken up by something. You're still drunk. You're still drunk. All of them were still drunk when they saw John. But if there's a couple things that make me feel like these two families had something to do with it, it's a couple things. It's Matt McCabe's, the guy never came in the house. Because that's a weird fucking thing to say. That's a weird thing to say about your friend. And that's not how you say it. That's not how you say it. If y'all are, because listen, I don't find it weird that they were texting each other about it, that they were talking about it, because this is something you talk about, whether you did something or not. If somebody was found dead in your lawn, not only somebody, your friend, y'all are talking about it every chance y'all get. Of course y'all are talking about it. But you don't say the guy never came in the house. You say, oh my God, he was out there the whole time. He never even came in our house. Like, what the fuck? That's what you say. That's some iteration of what you say. You don't say the guy never came in the house. That seems like you're telling everybody, remember. That's the story. That's the story. The guy never came in the house. Other thing that makes me feel like these people had something to do with is that goddamn roly-poly.
Mom, what did you say?
That was me.
Mommy, what did you say?
I didn't say anything. That was me. I said roly-poly. Don't say it. That was me. So I'm going to take that back. We're going to pause. We're going to rewind. Because I'm working on me. It's Easter Sunday. That human, Julie Nagel, who said, I saw a black blob on the lawn. Let me tell you something. Julie Nagel should never have a good night's sleep. Do you hear me? She should never sleep comfortably in her bed. I hope it always feels like sand is in between her toes. I hope her pillow is always hot, no matter how many times she flips it to find the cool part. I hope she always hears that little ringing that you hear and the silence that keeps you up at night. I hope she never rests well. I hope that every time she lays down on the pillow, one nostril is stuffed up and then it switches. Then it clears up and makes her think that she good, and then it switches to the other nostril. I hope she never finds a moment of rest, because why did you lie like that? Why did you lie like that? That lie. Oh, it was so atrocious. It was so atrocious, and it was so unnecessary. Just go with the story. And I believe that nobody told her to do that. I believe she got her. I believe that she got herself on that stand and said, I'm gonna put a little oomph in my jazz. And put a little oomph in my story. I don't think nobody told her to say that. She pulled that out of her ass, and it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary. That right there, they had something to do with it. Because there's no reason to add that lie. There's no reason to add that lie if you are sure everybody here did nothing. The only reason you add that lie is because you need to up the story a little bit and you feel like it's failing. That's why I think they're lying. Another reason why I think they're lying is because Jen McCabe calls the police about her friend who I loved. Y'all, I'm being mean. It's Easter Sunday. Hold on. Let me get right with Jesus. Okay. Jen McCabe calls the police about her friend who she loved. And she doesn't say, my friend, John O'Keefe, he's a Boston police officer. He's out here in the snow, and I'm outside. My brother-in-law, he lives here. He's a police officer too. Hurry up and get here. All the police need to stop what they're doing. This is a police officer. He's down on the ground. That's what you say. That's what you say. That's what you say about your friend who you loved. Because as much as she wants to act like Karen was going crazy, that's how you act if a person you love is in the snow and you don't know how long they've been there and you don't know what they're doing there and they're not waking up. You're even saying, yeah, I think he's dead. Yeah, I think he's gone. I think he's dead. The hell are you, the Wicked Witch of the West? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then you don't think, well, where the hell did he come from? Did he come from in the house? You don't know what's wrong with him yet. You don't know if he's been shot. You don't know if he's been beaten. You don't know what is going on, according to you. According to you, you don't know what has happened. You don't go check on your sister who you've called and she didn't answer, according to you. According to you, you've tried to call her and she hasn't answered you. And then you get to her house and there's a man on the lawn and you don't be like, well, where the hell is my sister? Who also didn't answer the phone. Okay. All right, if you say so. If all of this is normal to y'all, Karen Reed should go to jail, people, then all right. But if my sister roll up at my house and it's a body on the lawn and she done tried to call me and I don't answer the phone and she don't come busting through this door, me and her gonna have some words. Because, I could have been down here under the bed, throat slit. You didn't know? You didn't come check on me? You didn't come check on me till the ambulance left? What if I needed the ambulance? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And then y'all are getting blankets and shit out the trunk. Go in the house. Go in the house. I'm sure they have more than enough towels and blankets. How many towels and blankets you got in your car? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? There's no way you call the police like that for your friend if you have absolutely no idea what happened. Also, another thing we need to talk about. Jen says, of course, we went to talk to, I don't know. Gosh, I can't remember the girl's name. But when they went over to the other detective's house, somebody tell me their name right now. When Jen McCabe went over to the detective's house, that according the prosecution looked like they didn't even know that happened. Lank. When they went over to Lank's house, and she said that she was talking to, what's her face? She goes, well, yeah, we were just trying to figure out what happened. We were trying to get the timeline down, blah, blah, blah. Well, why were you doing that? How are you trying to figure out what happened? Karen already told you, didn't she? Didn't she? Because before you said, Karen said, I hit him. So you already know that. What y'all talking about? So either you were there telling her that, or y'all were trying to figure it out. But either way, you already knew that. Didn't you? Didn't you? And then it's like all the pieces that matter are missing from the police reports. And it's, of course, the police who got it wrong. Y'all got to start turning on yourselves. Y'all got to start turning on each other to get y'all story straight. Well, if that's not in the police report, that means he missed it. That means he got it wrong. Well, I guess so. Now y'all turning on each other. Okay. I can't wait for the second trial. I hope they picked up somebody on the defense who has memory like an elephant. I hope they picked up somebody on this trial who has photographic memory. So every time they say something different, somebody can slide them a letter. And when they said it, in the page, here you go. Nope, this is what he said then. This is what he said last time. Because now, y'all, they have at least four. 5 if you want to count interviews, but I don't even count them interviews because we know they weren't real interviews. They have at least 4 times they have given this testimony. And now they have been through the trial. Now they've been through the trial. So they're going to try to switch it up even more. Let me tell you, they're either going to try to switch up their testimony even more to fit, because now they've been through trial and they know what the defense is looking for, what they're going to ask, or it's going to be a lot more I don't remembers. These people are going to lose their minds, literally, because it's going to be I don't remember. Because I feel like they think I don't remember is better than being impeached. And it is. It is. I don't recall is better than being impeached because, okay, I said that last time. I don't remember. Did that refresh your memory? No. I don't remember. They're going to be up there like Colin. Not remembering a goddamn thing. But also, Brendan has prepped them a lot better than Lolly. Brendan has prepped them a lot better than Lolly has. When Alan Jackson was asking them, when the last time you talked to Lolly? When the last time you something? And they were all like a month ago, 2 months ago. I don't know. I don't remember. I thought that was odd as fuck. Like, I couldn't tell if they were lying and they were just saying it because they thought that it was better that they hadn't spoken to him. Or had they really not spoken to him? Lolly, why haven't you talked to these people? What do you mean? What do you mean? So he's definitely prepped them better. And he's went over their previous testimony. And he knows, listen, right here, well, you can't tell them. You can't tell them to say, I don't remember. He's just going to be like, you know what? Answer the questions to the best of your recollection. Answer the questions to the best you can. Are they not using triple Paul? They wouldn't use that dummy if... I'm being mean. I'm sorry. They better not use triple Paul. They'd be a fool to use triple Paul. Triple Paul was the worst thing that ever happened to them. Will they be able? No, they can't. I don't think so because it's not closed. Or the FBI haven't told them it's closed. So they won't be able to mention the FBI. No, they don't. The Commonwealth wants the FBI information badly. No, they don't. No, they don't. He just wants to make it look like he wants it because he's hoping he finds something that the defense didn't turn over so that he can get on Jackson about evidence violation so he can get him kicked off the case. He doesn't want anything to do with that FBI investigation. He heard what Arca said. He don't want anything to do with that FBI investigation. He wants to make it look like he wants the FBI investigation so that he can possibly find something on that defense team. He hates them. He hates that they're there. He doesn't want anything to do with them. Even though he keeps saying, I want Arca to testify. No, you don't. No, you don't. You ain't fooling me. You hate that they're going to testify. You don't want anything to do with Arca. Which is why he keeps saying, if I get a new report on the eve of trial and I've already given my opening statements and blah, 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 what difference does it make? Your case should be your case. Talking about Brennan. Your case should be your case. Who gives a fuck what Arca has to say, right? If you believe your case is your case and your case is sound and your case is proving what you say it should be proving, why do you even care? He doesn't want that FBI information badly. He wants to find something that he can use against the defense to either remove Arca or remove Alan Jackson. That's what he wants. Yeah, if it's over, they haven't said it's over, which is why they can't mention it yet. He wants Arca gone and Jackson. Yes, which is so crazy to me. Because if you're a prosecutor and you're out for justice and you get these PhDs, the best in their field, telling you this man was not hit by a car, and you still go forward with this case, it tells you that you're not out for justice. You're out to win. You're out to win. You don't care what the actual justice of the situation is. You want to win this case. So you can get paid $250,000 from the next town that hires you. Thank you. They're really heavy right now because they're brand new. That's why I keep putting them up. And he has beef with the feds. He has to. Which is weird because, well, he's not a prosecutor by nature. So I think that's why he's okay with having beef with the feds, because usually prosecutors want to keep a good deal of camaraderie with the feds. Because if you're a prosecutor, your dream is to become a federal prosecutor and then maybe a judge or what. Like, you usually keep a good repertoire with the feds. So for him to be talking about them like that, I don't know. Oh, I could not see him as a judge. Oh my God. Ugh. He's defending the Commonwealth. Exactly. And if they have any jurors worth their salt, they will realize that right away. They will realize at the end of this that, wait, you didn't prove anything. I mean, because even if he disproves everything that the defense is saying, that still doesn't mean that you proved anything. If there's any jurors worth their salt, they will say, okay, well, maybe everything the defense said was wrong, but you still didn't tell us what was right, which means reasonable doubt. That's the main reason why I think they should drop the third party defense. I mean, not drop it. They should still definitely bring it all up, but let the jury make those connections themselves just by giving them the information. Just let them kind of, okay, well, don't actually ever say it. Don't actually ever, let the jury put that together themselves. And you just put in the atmosphere how terrible this investigation was. Like, I don't even need to tell you who else did it. And the only reason I say leave the third party defense alone is because it shouldn't, but it sort of switches the burden a little bit. Because then it puts the burden on the defense to prove something. And they don't have to prove anything. But if you give me this information, now I'm looking for you to prove it. And if you don't prove it, then it's like, well, that kind of fell flat. And the point of this case is you can't prove anything because it was not investigated right. That's the point of this case. And that's what they should stay on.
Let me show you this.
The point is, we can't prove anything. I can't prove to you that Karen did it. I can't prove to you that Brian did it. I can't prove to you that the other Brian did it. I can't prove to you that Colin did it. I can't prove to you that he walked outside to smoke a cigarette and slip down the driveway and bust his head on the lawn. I can't prove anything because they didn't investigate this case correctly. And because you can't prove anything, we have reasonable doubt.
I don't know. I used to live in the park under a stump, but...
That's it.
Well, how about stumping? Yeah. Cool.
You don't even know what the new evidence is. Are you talking to me? Who you talking to? You talking to a little star? Well, tell me what it is. What's the new evidence? Oh, the fuck? Oh, is you cool? Is you cool? Why you so mad? Is you cool? Little star? Is you cool? What's new? But also calm down. No one knows until you see it. What? All right. Well, when I see it, listen, little star, if you've watched my videos, which I assume you have because you're on my live. Hey, boo, you really a fan. If you watch my videos, I said that I am 100% open to changing my mind. Because I'm of thought. Oh, thank you. Hey. Thanks for recording me. I'm 100% open to changing my mind. I'm not stuck one way or the other. I'm saying the evidence that I've been presented so far makes me feel like they can't prove anything, which is reasonable doubt, which means that she should not be in prison. But if you have new evidence to show me for sure that she hit John O'Keefe and let him in the snow, then okay. Accusing witnesses of what? Accusing witnesses and defaming witnesses. First of all, I didn't accuse anybody of anything. And when did I defame them? What did I accuse them of? Lying? Oh, yeah, they was lying. That's absolutely true. You're not going to tell me they weren't. I said I was sorry. Jeez, God. Jeez, I said I was sorry. Except Julie Nagel. I ain't sorry about that. But I said I was sorry. Guys, you cool? Rewind your video. I said I was getting right with God and I was sorry. I said that was mean. You are right. Is you cool? She lied. She ain't seen no blob in the snow. And if you believe that, that's crazy. I gotta move a puzzle piece, y'all. Uh-oh.
Thank you.
So you're ignoring me? Let's see if you can ignore this.
What do you want me to do with this, Brittany? You don't know what she saw. I know she didn't see that. I know if she saw that, she would have said that the first time they said something to her. He don't gotta get out. Listen, I don't be bothered by these people. What do you want me to put the top on?
Yeah.
Alright, get some plastic off. You don't gotta get out. I don't be bothered by these people.
Mommy, I have not to open this.
I don't be bothered by these people. Everybody got an opinion. It's cool.
Why?
I know she didn't see a blob in the snow though. You are these people. I don't know you. What you talking about? Okay, well, I don't know this person. Is that better? That made me wonder. Anyway. Well, I don't know how you identify Little Star. You could have been they, them. Listen, I try to respect everybody's pronouns.
Mommy?
I think they moved John before they left. That's why Jen was trying to distract in the car. Who moved John? What do you mean? Develop that theory. Who moved John? Do you mean like the paramedics moved him? Oh yeah. That's what the defense believes as well. That's what the defense believes as well. Here's the thing, we'll never know. We'll never know. Why? Here, girl. We'll never know. And that's the point. That's the point. That's what the defense should say. And that's what they should harp on. We don't know what happened. And we should. Alan Jackson got sanctions. What did he lie about? What did he lie about? Jen pinned it on Karen. Now that was my conspiracy theory too. My conspiracy theory was that, first of all, his relationship with Arca. Now don't get me started, because I don't believe that was a lie. I don't believe that was a lie. I believe Judge Canoni wanted it to be a lie. But what sanction did he get? I don't remember him getting the sanction, but I don't think it was a lie. What he said was he didn't pay them. And I believe that that's the truth. He did not pay them to complete their investigation. I don't think that's a lie. I think everybody in that courtroom knows in order to get these people here to testify, I had to pay them for travel and lodging. I don't think he was thinking that that's what she was talking about, because that's obvious. I don't think people ask me obvious questions. I don't think people ask me obvious questions. So I would have said the same thing. If somebody asked me, did I pay them? I would have said no, because I would have assumed you meant, did you pay them to do their investigation? I would have said no. What are you talking about? Come on.
Well, it's pretty brilliant.
What you talking about? Anyway.
God!
Do you think John may have been a federal informant? Now that's a horse of a different color. What he been informang on? What you think he was informing on? Brennan playing semantics. He always does. Which, I mean, I don't even blame him for that. I don't even blame Brennan for that. I don't even blame Brennan for a lot of the things he does. I just have never seen it. Like, nothing he's doing is illegal. I just never seen a prosecutor care that much what the defense is doing. As long as what they're doing is legal, I've never seen the prosecutor care. Because they're like, go ahead. I already know y'all about to do any and everything you can. Go ahead. My case is so sound that you could bring in an eyewitness and I would still tear that to shreds. That's usually how prosecutors present themselves. The fact that Brennan is always responding to something that the defense is doing is odd to me. It's very odd to me, and it makes me feel like you're not comfortable in the facts of your case. So what you need to do is stop them from presenting any facts. If your case was good, the defense wouldn't matter. Exactly. If your case is good, and most prosecutors behave that way. Watch any other case where the prosecutor knows what the fuck is going on. They don't give a damn what the defense is doing. As long as it's legal. As long as you're not out here just willy-nilly breaking the law, we don't care because the facts are on our side. The facts or the law are on our side. You really don't care. And if it's not, prosecutors are usually weary about bringing those cases because if the facts are not on my side, I don't bring the case because I can't win. If you're an ethical prosecutor. If you're an ethical prosecutor and you say that the facts are not on my side, whether this happened or not, the facts are not on my side, I can't bring this case. Whether this happened or not, the law is not on my side, I can't bring this case. But for some reason, they brought this case when the facts are not on their side, and it feels like he knows it. You want me to read this so bad. I feel like I keep seeing it. You're a lawyer. You should know when a lawyer has a candor finding, it is auto-filled with the BBO. But she didn't even say that. She kind of like moved on. I don't remember her saying that. But I don't remember her saying anything. I remember her getting mad and having grave concerns. And then, whatever. Anyway. Is you cool? Why you so mad? Why you typing in caps? It's not that deep. We just chilling. We just having fun. Relax. That's what I thought. But I don't remember her actually giving him a sanction for it. But if she did, okay. But I still don't see it. Even if she did, I don't see it going anywhere because, again, I assume, and I think he will assume, and he will write his response that way, is that I assume that when she asked me, or when they asked me, had I paid him, I said no, because I didn't pay them. Everybody knows I have to pay them to fly in here. I know you're not asking me that obvious ass question. Like, why are you asking me something obvious? Why are you asking me something you already know? So I would assume you're asking me the other thing. And the answer is no. I don't know. That's just my opinion of it. But maybe she wanted him to answer more fully.
Can you give me more juice?
Yes. Maybe she wanted him to say, no, I did not pay them to do the investigation, but of course I paid them to come here and testify. But again, that's obvious. That's not, you know they're not gonna fly for free. What are you talking about? Like, I don't know, y'all. I guess I can see that either way. All right, little star. You got that one. I guess I could see that either way. Did that make you feel better? But so.
No. I said apple juice.
Did you try?
Apple juice. Apple juice.
All right, little star. You can win that one. But did that make you feel better? Okay, he got sanctioned. And where are we? How did that move your point forward? Okay, anyway. It will feel better when people stick to the facts and not harassing witnesses. Y'all use that harassing word. You must be from Massachusetts. Because y'all use that harassing word willy-nilly out there. That's why I ain't going on there. Harassing is crazy. I don't know those people. How am I harassing? Harassing is insane. Gotta be. Is you cool? Harassing is a strong word. Harassing is a strong word. That's crazy. Here. Isn't this cute? Came in her little Easter basket. Ain't that cute? Is you cool? Harassing is insane behavior. If this feels like harassing, do you go outside in the bubble? Is you cold? Harassing is deep. I don't mean to harass anybody, little star. I apologize. That's not what I was trying to do. I don't think I harassed anybody. I think I pointed out what I think are obvious lies to me, in my opinion. I think I have a right to have an opinion. I think I pointed out that, you know, very odd coinky dinkies to me. I mean, sorry. Who are we talking about? Julie Nagel? I didn't say I think she's lying. I know she's lying. And you're just going to have to fight me. They going to want to fight me. You're going to have to fight me. I know she's lying. That's just what I believe. That's just what I believe. I believe she is lying. What's your take on no one inside the house coming out? According to them, it's just a little coinky dinky. To me, you know what? You know what? Let me back up. I will say to them not coming out the house, I will give them a little bit of wiggle room. No, I won't. I'm lying. No, I won't. That's weird. That's weird. I was going to give them a little bit of wiggle room because of what I just said. I just said that they were all pilled, drunk, fried, out of their minds. And when I get like that, it's no waking me up. It's no waking me up. But then you can't even say that because you and Brian were just having conversations. And I don't care what y'all talking about. Those ain't no butt dial. So that's another one that they're absolutely lying. Little star, sorry. I'm going to say they're absolutely lying. So y'all not sleep. Y'all were not drunk to the point y'all went up there and passed out. I don't care. Is they blackout windows? You don't see lights shining? First of all, no, it's weird that they didn't come out. And it's also weird that they didn't go in because y'all don't know where this man came from. And last thing you know is he was supposed to be dropped off here. It's not like he's around the corner at some random person's house. Like he stumbled around the corner and now we don't even know these people who live here. The person outside knows the person in the house. You knock on the door. You knock on the door. Storm windows, block out noise, not light. I am sorry to announce that was my point. Anyway, it's weird that they don't come out. It's weird that they don't come out. It's weird that they don't come out even if they didn't know John. Or at least look out the window. They might not have came out if they didn't know John because it's snowing and it's cold. But if it's 5-6 police cars, somebody screaming, an ambulance outside my door, I'm at least looking out the window. I'm at least doing that. But if it's somebody I know, I'm running outside. I'm running. And if I'm a cop, I feel like a cop, y'all don't understand how nosy cops are. I have 1 or 2 cop friends, and they are way more nosy than regular people. And because they know they can just walk up to another cop and get all the info, that's what they do. They are way more nosy than everybody else. No way. No way. No way, because if you don't know that's John, you don't know who it is. You have 13 people in your house. You don't know what's going on. You just hear somebody screaming. And they're outside your house. And at this point, you don't know it's John. You just had a whole party, a gavel of people leave your house. You don't go outside to see what's going on. Who is that? What happened? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And I said I was about to give them a little bit of, but no, I can't. I had to take it back. I had to take it back. I was gonna gotta give them a little bit of shaking, but I had to take it back. And it's a small yard. Yes, when I first started watching this case, when I first started listening to the opening statements and blah blah blah, before I seen the yard, I'm thinking, oh, this must be a big yard with like trees and you know, a huge lawn where nobody can see anything. It must be tall grass. And then when I seen the picture of the house, I said, there's no way 13 people left that house and didn't see that man in the snow. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Especially because it's snow. Especially because it's snow and everything retracts the light of the snow. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I would have believed it more in the summer. I would have believed it if it was an 80-degree night. I would have been more believing that they didn't see him or didn't know what it was or looked that way and kept moving if it was an 80-degree day. Because I feel like on grass, it would have looked like a mound of dirt in the dark. That's more believable. In the snow, it's not believable at all. It's not believable at all. Keys.
They love me. Mama, they love me.
And of course, everybody loves you.
They give hearts to me.
Thank you. Get out of here for Lil Star call you a big head or something and I have to go swim. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I joke. I kid. No more.
Mom, can I have chips of yoy?
Okay, 1 second.
Mom, you was picking to them. Mom to give me chips of yoy.
First of all, I don't know what a Chips Ahoy is. Are you trying to say Chips Ahoy?
Chips Ahoy. Give me, please.
What's it called?
Chips Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy. What time would they say Karen hit him? That's what I want to know. That's another thing watching this trial. And again,
Yes.
I don't know each and everything
What?
about it.
How that says too cute?
I'm talking about you.
Why? No. I
Just my baby is 4 and she can read. I'm so proud of her.
Oh, I saw the kitty. It was on your head.
Okay, go eat your cookies.
Like, bum, bum, bum.
So I hope nobody said anything rude while I was gone. But that's another thing that I can't get down. And again, I don't know every single bit about this case. I watched the whole trial, but there was just so much. And there's so much backstory. And I try to keep out of that part. But the timeline never made sense to me. The timeline never made sense to me. It never made sense to me how the Nagel brother drove past Karen. John was not in the car when he drove past Karen, yet nobody saw him on the grass either. And nobody saw her back into him either. Very strange. Why are they all set on 12:10? Because that's the time they have. Because that's the time the text message from Allie has, I'm here. And y'all, here's another thing. This is tinfoil hat. Put your tinfoil hat on. This is another thing. I don't believe those messages are the messages either from that night or that time. Something about those text messages are weird. Something about those text messages are weird. If you look at them again, it's like it feels like conversation is missing. And I don't know what. I don't know. It between Allie and Colin. Between Allie and Colin. Something is off with those text messages. I don't know what. And then the fact that they just stop completely talking to each other. Okay. Okay. Because everybody got new phones. You ain't heard? It was a big sale on cell phones right around this time. I'm telling you, everything just is a coinky ding. Nothing's wrong. It's all a coincidence. The one who got exposed. Who had to pay bills? What's wrong with that? I don't know. Y'all talking about something I don't know nothing about. So I'm just gonna leave it alone. No one needs her help with the timeline. No, I'm gonna watch the trial and I'm gonna make a diagram. It's also odd to me, and I think it's a Judge Canoni thing that she doesn't allow too many demonstratives and stuff like that. But I think that would be helpful for the jury to keep it all straight. It's so many names. They're all related. It's so many dates. It's so many times. There's going to be so many more interviews now. A demonstrative would be very helpful. I did see that. Now that I did see. I did see that there's new evidence that the phone was locked when Karen was supposedly at home. And not just locked because it timed out, like locked by someone, right? What they gonna do with that information? I don't know. I don't know.
Rubies.
That's the problem. Little star. Poor little tink tink. Yeah, I just said that. Nobody can put Colin walking out of the door. Nobody. I'm out now. You don't want to hear the truth. I actually do, little star. I just want you to not be so mean when you tell it. You so mean. Is you cool? Is you cool? I'm gonna hold your hand. Make sure a napkin is in between, cause you don't want that. Whatever he got going on. Can't even spell by. See, that's what I'm saying, little star. Nobody can hear you because you being mean with it. That's why nobody can hear what you're saying. He was not hit by a car. Case closed. Exactly. That's not car accident. Those are not car accident injuries. And if they are, the Lord was working in Karen's favor that night, because why would they just magically give this man the only injuries that don't look like a car accident? I mean, and where is the pool of blood that should be under John if he cracked his head and was bleeding out? Where is it? In the solo cups? It feel like it would be more blood than that. Do you think the pending? No, I don't even think the Supreme Court's going to hear it. I mean, they're hearing it, but they're not going to do anything with it. I think they're over the Supreme Court. Yeah, I know they put blood in solo cups, but it feels like there should be more. To me. Just to me. I don't know. Do I know about the medical examiner's office? What about it? That they won't even say that he was hit by a car? I know that. We will never know the truth, and that is the truth, and that's so sad. It's really sad. It's really sad for John and his family, and for Karen, who's on trial for his death. And I don't think she did it, guys. I don't think she did it. I wish someone would flip. They can't. They can't, because if anybody was to flip, it'd be Higgins. And he's not going to, because he would have had, if my theory is correct, he's not going to, because he would have had an actual hand in what happened. But he's the only one that makes sense to flip, because nobody's going to flip on their family. All the rest of them are related. I'm not going to flip on their family. And the police are not necessarily... See, think about the police besides Proctor. I don't think the police are necessarily lying. I think they believe the story they've been told, and they just don't have a desire to look anywhere else. But I think everybody else is related, so they're not going to flip.
Bad things happen to me when it rains.
But you have two people who testified. Two. One was, I think, the guy who came with the tow truck, and one was an EMT who both said that the tail light was not broken. I don't care what she says. McKinney likes me better than all y'all. She likes my spicy vibe. Okay. Yeah, both of them said the tail light was cracked, not broken. What do you do with that? How do you just ignore it? How do you just ignore that, jury, from the first trial? How do you just ignore that? How do you ignore all of them saying it was cracked to having it look like it looked in those pictures? I'm going to tell you right now, if you take my car for a joyride, my daughter is 17, she just started driving. If she takes my car and she brings it back and she be like, yeah, I cracked your tail light. And then I go outside and it look like that Lexus tail light, I'm going to drag her by her hair up out of this house. Because why did you lie like that? Nobody calls that a cracked tail light. Nobody calls that a cracked tail light. And if you do, you're lying. You're not omitting. You're not rearranging facts. If that tail light look how they say it looks, with all those pieces missing, one piece almost as big as a saucer. If you look at that and say that that tail light is cracked, you're lying. Flat out lying. No other way around it. You're lying. I need to cook my bacon for my cabbage. They're under investigation for lying about who lying? The police? Oh, I can see that. Because didn't they say Brian Albert made like either over $100,000 or over $200,000? He made a whole bunch of money for a police officer. And I'm not saying they shouldn't be paid. Okay. I'm not saying they shouldn't be paid. They do have the good ones. The good ones who are actually out there doing their job actually have a very dangerous job that they should be paid a lot of money for. Because if we're being honest, being a police officer is a very wild, respectable, very scary job. It just is. You leave your house every single day. You leave your house every day and you don't know if you're coming home. So I'm not saying they shouldn't be paid. But I heard Brian Albert was bringing in cash money, a bunch of it, that I don't feel like I've ever seen on a cop's salary. So yeah, I think if any of them flip, it's going to have to be Higgins. But then that means he loses his job. That means he loses all his friends. I mean, it seems easy to do, right? It seems like, yeah, of course, I would just tell the truth. But you wouldn't. You wouldn't. The inverted video is crazy. It's crazy. And I see any other judge throwing that case out right then and there. The fact that the prosecution put that video up, asked Buchanan, is that a true and accurate reflection of the video? And he says yes. And the prosecution never says, but it's not, but it's inverted, right? Hey, happy Easter, cuz. The judge should have thrown that out right away. Judge should have thrown that out immediately, instantly. Inverted video is crazy. Now Proctor can flip. Proctor can flip. But not if they give him a job. He just can't be a cop anymore. But he can definitely work for their prosecutor's office. Or he can go work for Brennan as a defense investigator. I mean, I wouldn't want him investigating anything I got going on. But he could. As long as he keep his mouth shut. But listen, Proctor's not going to flip. Proctor's not going to flip, and I'm going to tell you why. Proctor's not going to flip because he knew he was going to get fired. Put my conspiracy theory hat back on. They told him, look, you got to take the hit on this one. You just got to. But we're going to take care of you on the other end. I'm not on Twitter. I'll never get back on Twitter. I got tired of being called a black bitch. Proctor will be fine. Proctor will be fine. He knew that was coming. I don't think this was a shock to him at all. At all. Somebody told him, look, somebody got to take the hit and it's going to be you. This is going to be you. But we're going to take care of you, though. Don't worry about it. Oh, yeah, that was on Twitter going ham. I can't do Twitter. I had to get up off of there. I had to protect my peace, y'all. Twitter is the Wild Wild West. Twitter is a reflection of its owner. If you know, you know. Twitter is a reflection of its owner. And I told y'all before, something about this Ken Reed case brings out the mean in people. You can't disagree in this case for some reason. I don't know. This just brings out the mean in people. And they can't just say, you're wrong. We don't agree with you. That's not true. These are the facts. They go instant racism over on Twitter. Instantly. It's not even a slow progression. It's not slow. It's an instant progression to racism. It's like, I don't agree with you. Well, I think the facts are this. Well, it doesn't matter, nigger. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, let me get out of here. Because listen, I don't believe in cyberbullying. Because I can just get off. You start to hurt my feelings, I can just close the app.
Pretty gloomy.
It's never that deep.
I love it.
It's never that serious.
Because it's all your
You know about my...
So yeah, get off Twitter. I protect myself from that negativity.
Is there no privacy in this house?
I protect myself from that negativity.
wow. There's 2 stages.
I have so much pride in this trial. My boy is sitting in jail for a crime he didn't commit. That's terrible. That's terrible. But you see how it can happen. And I think that's why this trial is bringing out so many emotions in people and so many people to it, because it feels like, damn, we know, and I think I said this before on the live I did with Britt on Britt Happens on YouTube. We are honest, and we are honest, and we can be honest in the fact that we expect some corruption at the top. We expect corruption at all levels of government. We just do. It is what it is. It happens. We accept it as a society. We have decided it's going to happen. But you cannot be audacious with your corruption the way they are audacious with the corruption in this trial. And I think this case is bringing so many people to it because of things like that. Because we know that there are people in jail for things they did not do. But when you have the entire police force against you, With no money? What do you do? What do you do? They expected Karen to go away. They expected her to go away. This is going to open up a lot of cases. It should open up a lot of cases. And it should start with every case that somebody went to jail based on Cellbrite data. If I went to jail because of some shit you filed in Cellbrite, open my case back up. Because they said that the software was weird and wired and old, and it could make something look like something happened at a different time, and it could start to delete stuff that I didn't delete, and open up my case. Open up my case right now. Let me out the jail.
You will.
Let me out the jail. If I had anything to do with Cellbrite, let me out right now. Let me out right now, because apparently Cellbrite can be wrong. Funny how it wallets in the. I don't know what you're trying to say. Retype that. Retype that because I didn't know what that was saying. I have Life 360 and my kids' location will bounce all over the place. Can't be 100% reliable. Then why do you have it? Get rid of that. Why are you paying for something to track your kids and it's not tracking your kids? I wouldn't be paying for that.
Better than you, obviously.
Why not just use Apple location?
Take your time on better.
First, I'll be honest with y'all, I never heard of Life 360. I just use the Apple locations that comes on the phone, and all my kids got iPhones and iPads, so I can see where they at. Like, but I wouldn't. Why would you use Life 360 if it's not accurate? If it's bouncing all over the place, why are you using that? The point of it is to know where your kids are. My daughter's Life 360 is accurate. Exactly, it should be. Should be. That's the point of it. Oh, okay, if they have Samsung. Okay, that makes sense. But why would it be bouncing all over the place? I've seen it even on Apple where it say that they're in this general location. Might not give them the exact pinpoint, but I feel like if you have the technical savvy of a computer expert, they could find the exact area. Ask Reno. He should know. Reno doesn't know. I said I was being nice. Hopefully he does. Them kids did sometimes. Exactly. They in there turning it off and turning it back on. Because if you turn off your location at one spot, it'll say you're there. And then if you turn it back on and you jump somewhere else, it'll look like you jumped. You better check your kids. Your chicks in there getting over on you. All right, you guys. Well, I had a happy Easter talking to y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. Too many lies, coincidences, lies, and inconsistencies in this case. And that's the point. That's the point. Thank you. My friend got me this so long ago. And I think it's so funny because it's so true. I got to stop spending money like it's growing on a tree, honey. But anyway, thanks, guys. I'm so happy y'all sat here and chat with me. Little Star, you don't got to DM me nothing. I ain't going to check it, boo. Actually, you know what I am. Go ahead. Say bye.
Bye.
Happy Easter. Bye.